Tonight, Gordon Bradbury claims victory in the Wollongong Lord Mayoral race. An Illawarra charity counts the cost of a heartless vandal attack. And a young South Coast woman fights for life after an horrific accident. Good evening, I'm Kieran Johnston.
I'm Jeff Phillips. Also tonight, the search continues for a missing swimmer.
And a motorcyclist killed in a crash on the Southern Highlands.
The political landscape in Wollongong has well and truly changed following the historic local government elections on Saturday. The Liberal Party gained a major swing across the city, but it was an independent, Gordon Bradbury, who took out the top job as Lord Mayor.
A sea of blue Liberal supporters turned out, hoping to infiltrate Labor heartland. Their hopes rested on football great John Doherty, and their campaign drew high-profile support.
Joe Hockey's put his hand up to help out in the Ward 1 area with Lee Colicino and his team, and then there's a number of other Prue Goward.
Further south, Labor's Chris Connor knew the election would be an uphill battle, following the ICAC inquiry.
Holding up the Labor flag nice and high on this difficult day, but at the same time we're hoping to get some councillors on our council.
But at Town Hall it was a more relaxed atmosphere for Lord Mayoral candidates Gordon Bradbury and Rod Oxley.
Look, I'm getting a reasonable amount of support, I could say.
Well, I'm a bit apprehensive, but at the same time confident that I'll be able to get across that line. But as they say, you can't count your chickens until they count the votes. As counting begun, Gordon Bradbury pushed ahead, but after an early declaration at the state election, he held off until this morning to declare victory. I hope I can fulfil their expectations and that their trust that they placed in me is greatly appreciated, and I'm very honoured. Early this afternoon, around 80% of the votes had been counted. John Doherty, a clear second in the mayoral vote, and happy about his team's success.
I thought, yes, we would be a fair chance of getting 3 up. To get 4 up was a real bonus, but gee, to get 5, if it ultimately occurs, then it's over the moon. The Liberals will have representation in all wards, even though the Labor team remains strong. Among them, 2 former councillors re-elected. The closest battle will be for the last position in Ward 1 between Liberal David McKenna and Independent Greg Petty. There is also expected to be 2 Greens members and at least 1 Independent. Labor was downplaying the Liberal Party's victory.
The Liberal vote hasn't really changed much from what the traditional Liberal vote would be across the city of Wollongong. It's just been translated now into positions on council.
Pre-poll and postal votes will be counted over the next 2 days. The official list of Wollongong councillors is expected to be announced sometime on Wednesday. Melissa Jaros, Win News.
Meantime, there was an historic win for the Liberal Party in Shellharbour with the election of the party's first councillor.
The support for the Liberal Party continued to spread south to Shellharbour. KELLIE MARSH tipped as a front-runner.
It's a good vibe around the booths. Our booth workers are saying that change is certainly in the air.
But former councillor Helen Stewart was fighting back, keen to see more independence in the chamber, while Marianne Saliba was campaigning to restore faith in the Labor Party.
I certainly feel that I've done everything that I can to, assure myself that position. But, at the end of the day, the voters are the ones that make that decision.
The Shellharbour electorate wasn't lacking big-name support either. Federal MP Joe Gash giving the Liberal team a boost, while Matt Brown was at Oak Flats High School helping out Labor.
And people are actually taking all the forms, so it's difficult to work out which way they're going.
But today, the picture was a lot clearer. The Liberals' KELLIE MARSH named as one of the 7 councillors, with her team member Phil Rankin likely to join her. Labor's Marianne Saliba and her number 2, John Murray, elected as well. Independent and Labor affiliate David Boyle is also likely to win a spot, along with Independents Peter Moran and Shane Cook. The biggest question is who will take out the popularly elected mayor. Both women have already put up their hand, but we'll wait until the full council is announced to rally support.
I'll be talking to all of those that are elected and having discussions with them about who would be the best person to lead our council.
A final list of councillors is expected to be announced tomorrow. The mayor will be elected at the first meeting on September 13. Melissa Jaros, Win News.